So there are 18 participants with us today.
Okay, great, madam.
So we'll start at 11 till the count become increases.
Yeah, sure. No problem. We can give 2 more minutes.
Okay.
No problem.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Ire madam. Good morning, sir. Good morning, Yash.
Very good morning, madam.
Good morning, Magar ma'am. So this is my colleague who has suggested this topic, sir, and she has
Okay,
great contribution
okay.
because
Many thanks, madam.
I
Yeah, please go ahead, madam.
Yes.
Yeah.
yes, sir. Okay, so there are 20 participants with us. So before I like to say anything else, I want to thank you all here for participation for this event. Good morning, one and all. On behalf of ASMS Institute of Technology Pune, I, Sandhya Ahire, welcome you all for the online webinar on the topic Why Teamwork is Essential, organized by ENTC Department. Today, we are pleased to welcome our session speaker, Mr. Abrar Hafiz Ahmad. Welcome, sir.
Very welcome.
Today, Today he will be sharing with us his expert opinion on the given topic. So without taking much time, I would like to request our student coordinator Yash to give the brief introduction about the session speaker. Yash,
Thank you so
over
much.
to you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sandhya ma'am. Very good morning to all. Good morning, Abrar sir.
Yeah, good morning.
Professionalism is defined as to be a person who is versatile, and for that example, I can say that Abrar sir is a full book of versatility. Abrar sir is currently the quality standards expert and assistant manager for quality in Flexotronics company, and he has overall 13 years of experience in QMS and CQ. Abrar sir is leader auditor in ISO 9K and various international standards. He's a data analyst, and for most, we can say that Abrar sir is a black belt in Lean Sigma, Six Sigma profile. Also, he's also appeared for the Masters in Black Belt, and he's awaiting for the certificate. Sir has an experience. Sir has a lot of experience in professional things and teamwork building, team building. I would like to now request Abrar sir to please start this session and guide our attendees regarding why teamwork is essential in day-to-day life, or we can say in an organization. Over to you, Abrar sir.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much for this warm welcoming. And I'm going to share my screen. Let me know if you can see my screen.
Yes, sir. Your screen is visible
Okay.
clearly.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe start with yeah. I'll use the pointer also as well. So thank you so much for your wonderful introduction, and I'm very overwhelmed with this introduction. And thank you so much all the attendee who have joined this session. So I also would like to thank AISSMS, Department of Electronic Telecommunication Engineering Department, for organizing this such a wonderful event. And I'm also very glad that everybody is in, and the punctuality of the time is really critical, and all people are on time. And I'm really excited to start this session. And once again, thanks for the entire department and the management of AISSMS. So, just quickly, I think mostly by and large, he has already covered in the introduction, but I would like to quickly walk you through on this one. My name is Abrar, and Flux has happened to be my second company, where my overall experience is 13 year, and I'm lead auditor for quality management standards, and I also handle corporate quality. So my expertise is on the automotive code tool. When you say automotive, like BMW and all these are the automotive industry. For that, we have a specific requirement. I'm expert in automotive code tool. I'm also lead auditor in ISO 9K and various international standard. I'm also a data analyst. Last week, I received this black belt certificate in Lean Six Sigma also as well. I'm a global trainer. So my hobbies include, I'm a big cat lover, and I do read a lot of books, especially management related, technological related, and so on. And I'm super keen on presentation. So with that, I would like to take 5 to 6 candidate. Maybe you can go around yourself and have a self introduction. You can quote your name and city if possible, and what's the key expectation from this training, and what's your hobby, or you may also quote favorite food. So may I have 5 or 6 volunteer who would like to unmute yourself and get started, please? So any volunteer who would like to give self introduction? Come on, it's going to be very interesting. I'm sure that you will have a lot of takeaways at the end of the day. Anyone would like to take part? Just name what's your key expectation, what's your hobbies, just to make the sessions more interactive. Anyone would like to take part in it?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, please go ahead. What's your name, please?
My name is Sagar Dange, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, please go ahead. I really encourage your
I'm
confidence. Yeah.
I'm from Solapur.
Okay.
What's about expectations? My
What?
expectations.
Yeah.
No
What?
expectation.
Yeah. What do you want to learn from this presentation? You have any key expectation which you wanted to drive?
Expectation. Just motivation.
Okay. Okay. Fantastic. Okay. And hobbies or favorite food? Anyone you can?
Would be Puran Poli.
Okay. Okay. Excellent. Excellent. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We have a next candidate, please. Anybody would like to take part in it? It's going to be interesting. No worries.
So we have one more from in our chat box. He's Prasad Nanode.
Okay.
He's from Pune, and he
Okay.
would like to know few do's and don'ts to do in the teamwork. Watching
Okay.
series
Okay.
on food is his hobby.
Okay. Okay. Fantastic. Fantastic. Yeah. I think this is more or less fine. I think we can go to the next slide, please. Yeah. So thank you so much. So generally approach to training, I choose B. Why? Because there are two group of one. This slide is my favorite slide. Why I wanted to deal this slide is because every time when we have any training or any program you may take part in it. So one fundamental thing is we need to engage in the training. So this group you can see here, they're exchanging the ideas, they're discussing the ideas, bringing a lot of ideas on the table. On the other side, the trainer is training, and everyone is doing their own job. So the effective training is the engagement, all about engagement. This also relate to team working or team networking. So why teamwork is essential? I just divided this topic in three parts. Part one, we're going to talk about what is 3C model. Very interesting, very international concept. We're going to mull over on it. And then the next point is PCM, process communication model. And this is a great technique actually. Everyone has a different style of listening it, and we're going to explore more about it. The third one is teams type. There are different type: action oriented, people oriented, thinking oriented. We're gonna mull over on it. The second part two is stages of team and what is mean by successful teams. And the next is effective teams. In this, the scope of this presentation is wide. Why I use the word wide is because this can be applied to college goers, this can be applied to interns, it can also apply to job goers. And teamwork is very essential in all the fields, irrespective you are in college. It's not limited to only college, interns or anything. It is applicable for all. So interestingly, I have taken references from the very famous books. We're gonna talk about more about it, and these are the books I have taken. One book I have taken something called "Building a High Performance Team" by Sarah Coop. So this material I'm gonna send it to Sandhya Madam also as well. So this is very interesting. He has shared many great inputs, and this is one of my favorite books. Perfect phrase for building a strong team. While it is also very imperative that what communication you use, what word you use, because your words also plays an important role to have a strong build networking. So this is we're going to talk about it. And this one I have just keep it for reference, but however I have not taken anything. This works better for the classroom sessions. For example, this books opens up very great dimensions about what are the activities we can have in order to build the strong team building. So since it is a virtual connect, I have not picked up any session from it, reference from it, but I will share this wonderful book. So any event, if you do it, if you take from the games and different motivating games, it will be really good. So more or less, we will be covering only these two books widely, and these two books happen to be very, very famous, and it will also will open up a great end-to-end dimensions. So your key to success, the topic about it is easy to get a player, and getting them to play together is the hard part. The Cassius Stingel said, "It is easy to get the player." So any player, any domain, if you take it, anywhere there's a cricket or any in any domain, if you take it, getting the player is easy. Getting them to play, connect together is a hard part. Coming together is the beginning. Keeping together is a progress, and working together is success. And this is also says like chief is a man who assumes responsibility. The word assumes here refers to takes the responsibility. He says, I was beaten. He doesn't say my men were beaten. So that it takes a full responsibility. Yeah. So this is the key fundamental one, which I'm going to explore more about it. When you say team building, team networking, whatever you call it, so these three things are essential. One is communication, one is cooperation, one is collaboration, and also called 3C. So communication, as you all know, that actually this is super important. Why? Because the communication is the only forum where you can exchange the ideas, you can exchange the notes, you can exchange the feelings in a way that everyone contributes to your ideas or to your thinking. When team members communicate effectively, it can bring wonderful results. So it encourages the cooperations and promote the continuous improvement, and it helped to prevent and resolve any conflict. So this is the communication. In communication, the last slide of this presentation, I have also taken a reference from the book called Power Phrases, which I'm going to talk about how important and crucial to use certain words, because certain words, if you use it, it will be really hurtful. For example, let's say you are in a part of training, and you are a part of a project, and in that project there are three members are available, and one member for some reason he didn't contribute, and instead of just telling that you are not contributing it, and we are finding it very difficult and all that, how alternatively we can use the wording in such a way that we can motivate the person. For example, we understand that you also have additional responsibility, and also you have many personal reasons. May I know how we can help you in your personal things? We want your attentions on this project so that we can contribute best to this college. So that means the only both are same one, but how you say it, that's very very important. So in communication, when it comes to team networking, team building is very very key. It is the first element. We need to take it into consideration. We need to talk anything which is very very positive, and we should not say anything which hurtful or which is belittling anyone. So this is PCM, very important factor. That is called process communication model. So when you say process communication model, everyone is a different personality type. What do you mean by personality type? Someone is a thinker, persister, harmonizer, imaginer, rebel, and promoter. So we have a different type of people. I will give a scenario to you. So I will share one story to you. This is something I also shared in YouTube also as well. But just gist of that story I can share here. It says that actually mother had two son. Mother always likes the elder son. Mother, not disliking it, but always used to prefer the elder son. And these two brothers were chatting each other. May I know why mother is liking only you? Why not me? What things I do not have? Can you tell me the reason why she is liking very much only on you? Then this the elder brother said, it is very very simple. When I talk to my mother, I ensure that I talk in her frequency or in her logical way of communication. So for example, my mother is, that our mother is always like harmonizer. They believe on value system. They believe, they wanted to discuss about the neighbors. They wanted to discuss about the growth. They wanted to give nothing but the best, all of these. So when I sit with her, I always make sure that I connect these subjects. I do not take any other things when I go there. That's one reason that why I'm so attached to her. So actually, this is a great lesson. So even in the different offices, and you have colleagues, you have college goers or anybody. So we have different people. We need to understand the personality type, and then we need to align to it. For example, let's say if you take thinker, their normal traits are they are logical, analytical. They everything you say, they will consider the facts and ideas and synthesize them. So this is something called thought with logic. So anything they do, they will go to the thought, and then they will connect to the logic, and then they do it. So what they want, this is important, psychological needs. They want the recognition of work, they want time structure. Okay, so but actually, like when they get stress, their over qualifies, doesn't delegate or control. That means they may think oh too much and all that. But this is the psychological needs. There is something called persister. Persister is, the person whose ability to give opinion, belief, judgment. What they believe is, they believe on value system as well as they believe on the previous lesson. They wanted to guide others, mentor others, they wanted to share their ideas, opinion, and so on. So this is also like more of the same thing, conviction of work. But convictions is very important. Conviction meaning like they wanted to take part in every discussion. For example, you have a three member project member, and you are not taking the third person opinion, you are not taking it, and that person is happened to be a persister. That means you may not get connected well with that person. So it is that persister type is, they can give good opinions and all that. Harmonizer, the best example of harmonizer is your mother. Ability to nurture, ability to help other, create the harmony. She believes on value system. She believes on dogmas, good dogmas and all that. So emotion with compassion. So what recognition of person and sensory. So next topic is imaginer. Imaginer is also more or less like a thinker, but only thing is it reflection with the imagine. So something they will imagine with their own creativity, and then they will substitute it. Rebel is something like anything you say, they will make joke out of it. For example, ability to see the human in things and enjoy the present. So that is something called rebel. And promoter is ability to form and direct what they believe. They will just by hook or crook they will do it. So these are all the, we have a different type of people, even in thinking process communication model. We have different people like thinker, persister, and all that. So we how to adopt, we how to appreciate the differences, and we need to get going with this. So involvement of people, or in other word, cooperation. This cooperation is the second C. First C, we talked about communication. We also talked about process communication model. The second C is the cooperation. Cooperation, actually, we say cooperation is generally, you have a, again, I'm going back to the same example. You have a three member, and one member is not cooperating it, and he has a different ideas. That ideas is not getting synthesized with other two people. So in such cases, actually, we have to also sometimes we need to give up little means. For example, let's say if this person is, for example, if this person is a type of rebel, so you need to also appreciate that, no problem. So if he take the things lightly, if he doesn't take the things for granted, no problem, still you can cope up. So we can just appreciate that one and get going. So this is very important, like cooperation meaning like we just take the benefit from the every skills. Just because he laugh, just because he make a fun, we should not no, disconnect, we should not discard, we should accept everybody. So that is, we need to take and leverage the skills and talents of all members. Values influence. That's what cooperate word is very interesting in English. Cooperate, when you say cooperate, when things are not up to your standard, when things are not up to your, we say please cooperate. We have a lot of things to do, and we are trying to sort it out things quickly. So in such cases, we use the word cooperate, right? So in even in the different personality type, we have a different type. Please value individual differences. That is very important. Encourage input that may help in goals and solve the problems. So encourage input meaning like whether the person is talkative type, whether the person is knowledgeable, whether the person is, every person is unique, every person has got so much talent. But only thing is we need to accept the differences and take and leverage the whatever the strength they have. So this third word is called collaboration, or also called synergy. Synergy meaning like, you just collaborate meaning like you go with the right people, and collect the facts, collect the data, and form a team. So I will tell you a story. This is mentioned in the book called Speed of Trust. This book has got detail about it. I also shared this one in the YouTube also as well. It says that actually one CEO from Britain, and he became the youngest CEO, and he had a millions dollar company, and it was running really really well. And after some time, what happened, due to some distortion and due to some interruptions in the market, and that revenue got fell off, and completely he himself, CEO himself, lost the job. When he lost the job, he was having a pre-assumption that for me, I am the CEO of this company. I have a many people whom I worked with. I will get easily the job, everything. But unfortunately, it happened. It didn't go that way. Many months he didn't get even a simple job, simple managerial job. He didn't get it. So he was thinking so deeply, like 1 month passed, 2 month passed, 3 months, and almost like a 6 month passed, but still he didn't get the job. And finally, so he wanted his wife advice. So can I give you something like which is missing in you? He said like, yeah, please go ahead. What I need to do? So that art of networking is missing. Though you have many people, many networks actually, but still you didn't value their system. You just use them and wage them, but you have not valued their system, what talent they have and all that. So actually after that, this person touched, very much touched by this fact, and then he started working with the people, appreciating these ideas, appreciating and getting together with the people. The art of networking is very very important. After that, he got the job and he was well placed. So the moral of this story is, no matter what we are, what position we are, what the highest peak we go to in any organization, but the fundamental quality we need to have is art of networking. Why we need to have a collaboration? For example, let's say you have a students and you have a team members, and maybe a project leaders, or you have a college friends, everything. Please keep up this friendship. Even if you get departed from the college, you have a touch with your teachers, you have a touch with the professors, you have a touch with your friends, everything, because this is very very important. So thereby you can create a more synergy, you can create more networking. By creating more networking, when you wanted to take somebody's help, you will not hesitate. Hi, can you just help me with that? I'm get really 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 stuck. Can you just help me with that? You can easily get the help done. So even if somebody is wanted to take your help, okay, I think Abrar is the right person to go. So can you help me, Abrar? So like this, you can just have. So synergy is very important, and do not think that actually your friends is limited to only till you finish off the college. It doesn't like that. It goes all the long. So you have a friend, you have a phone number, you have every detail from them, even with the professor. Even actually, like sometime I was having a doubt on some statistical one, and I called upon my professor, and he was very happy. After 10 years you have been calling, I'm very happy. But actually, though the professor was not able to give that right solution, but he directed me to another person, and then again the happiness and the create of networking it created, it was really really immense. So the moral is the collaboration is very very important. So we talked about three. Let me summarize. One, we talked about the communication. In communication, what is critical is what you use while speaking. Very important. Another second point is cooperation. Sometimes you need to value the differences, accept everything, even if the person is not good at something, it's not up to your standard. Just accept and then keep working on it. Collaboration is very important. Collaboration is nothing but it's art of networking. Networking, the more networking you have, and you will be well placed in the any organization. Not only in the organization, you will grow in the organization, you will ladder up in the organization. So networking is really critical. Okay, so byproduct, we also have something called goals. When you have networking, I mean collaboration, we need to have a any goals actually, it must be specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. So this is the goal. For example, you wanted to have your college final year project, and you need to write, okay, what is my specific, what, how I can measure this output, and what I attain is in attainable, it is in realistic, what time frame I need to have. Like this, you need to convert this one. You need to have a decision making. The decision making always should happen with the group one. So every one opinion you take it. Sometimes you have five member of a team and only one person dominance. It doesn't work that way. So you need to take collective decision, and your decision, whatever you take the decision, it will be formed. It will be really really good. So plan and organize the work, and so solve any problems. So by product, we also have something commitment. Commitment actually like willingness to give 100% of yourself, everyone in the team. So the last is byproduct. It also has something called trust. Trust is actually like, we need to believe other person. We need to accept that actually like I trust each other, or each other need to trust everyone. This is very important. Team members have expectation and assumption about each other, and it is always trust which is important. So in this book it says that the speed of trust, the number one, you will find this word trust everywhere, everywhere. So whether you are at the college level or at the company level, that one fundamental byproduct, we need to have something called trust. We need to trust each and everyone. So from this, the first session is completed. First session, we talked about more of 3C, communication, cooperation, and collaboration. Now we're going to talk about understanding the team members type. This is very, very interesting. We have three different type of people. One is called action oriented, one is called people oriented, one is called thinking oriented. So let me play a small video to you just to you know prove the point. Maybe I will take it this one. Yeah, this is the one. Let me know if you can see it. I hope you can see my screen. Yeah, please have a seat. So we have different type of people actually, different type of member in the team. We need to appreciate everyone. Like in that previous video, we saw like one person who's very workaholic, one person who wanted to create a problem, a person is very seasonal. Sometimes he wanted to help other, sometimes he doesn't want to help other and all that. We have different people, so we have to address those things. So action oriented is basically the driver. This person drives the team forward to succeed. They are challenging and competitive, future focused. They like to overcome the barriers and lead the way. So there is something called handyman. Handyman is talent lies in the turning the plans into practical action. This is also a task focused and efficient, and they get things done in a team in a reliable fashion. This is type one. And proofreader is also another within the same action oriented. Proofreader is a constitutes a person. They deliver on time and in exact detail everything they will have. So you, even if you take action oriented, we have a different type. Take an example, another one. People oriented, they believe more on value system. I talked about the mother, right? Harmonize their character. So some people believe anything you say it, they will believe on people oriented. Chairperson, who tend to facilitate the discussion in the group. They attempt and drawing out the opinion in views of others in teams and chairing the discussions, right? So accommodator, so who accommodate everything and all that. So the networker, who brings outgoing and community and enthusiasm. They enjoy networking and meeting other people. The last thinking people, like who believes, who puts logical thinking and so on. The evaluator, the ideas person. So this is the three different people we have. So the one fundamental thing is we need to appreciate the differences and keep going. So basically, there are two things are there. One, you have a vision. From the vision, you have the missions, and this is the technical side of it. You need to have a goals. Goal must be smart, measurable, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound. That converts into strategy, and you get the result. Another one is you also have a values behavior. You need to understand each and every person personality, what type the person is, or so both the things are essential. So this book actually like gives more dimension about it. It says that one is technical side is important, another side is the behavioral type or attitude type is also very important. So phrases to recognize. So I picked up from the same book. So we have heard from Sue. We are the other opinion views. What's your other opinion? How about looking it from different perspective, different angle? What we have, what we have to do is so everything like the person, how we can drive as a team. No, for example, if somebody is saying it, yeah, I endorse the idea of Jew. I agree with Jew and all that. So in these cases, you always very important that actually we need to use the right phrases to recognize the team. So teamwork is basically a perfect, powerful field that allows common people to attain uncommon results. So why do we need it? Give a scenario here. So a company has a sales department had received so many errors. They put into fishbone diagram. Fishbone diagram is also called cause and effect diagram. It's basically to investigate what all the things have gone wrong. So then they put into the perspective of man. Man feel that because of the error, man feel that actually boredom and high staff turnover, no management to refer to. This is one. And the process, from the process angle, data provided not clear, no training, and people using different method and system and all that. So one thing, if you see here, all of these things, even in company, in any network, if you take it, whether in company or college or friends or any perspective, you fit this one. If the team bonding is not there, team networking is not there, even if the people is though the process is very strong, system is there, environment is there, if the people is not there, you will not receive the right result. And exactly in the same other way also as well, you have a people, but actually you don't have the right techniques or right tool, still you might not able to receive and achieve the end result. So very paramount that we need to have a great synergy, collaborate with each other and get the ideas. So part two, stage of teams and successful teams. So basically, it has got four types. One is called stage one, the forming team, and forming is a little bit of learning about each other. So how to understand the difference, first we need to understand what type of people the person is are. So the next is challenging each other. That is called something called storming. Third one is norming, working each other. First, you understand each other and learning from about each other, and then challenging each other and working with each other. And the last one is performing. So this is the typical stages of teams. So stage one, the forming. So in this case, you need to know your team members and what they are good at it and what they are best at it and all that. So you need to know. Next one is storming. Storming is something like you need to challenge them. What objectives you wanted to achieve, what goals you have, and if you have anything lack of direction, what will happen, and who will resolve the problems and all that. The third type is norming, hardest and the four stages to identity. So that means in this case, begin to work together, the leader image and open for discussion, open for issues, and you can work together as a one team and then performing it. This goes with the full speed. Yeah. So now we know each other, we understand each other. Now we know what's the need and objective and vision and mission about this project, and then you can full fledged you can work around it. So, what makes a successful team? So, team work is basically a talent. We need a talent, meaning like skills and abilities. E for enthusiasm, share the excitement and interest. A for adaptable, meaning like flexibility to face the unforeseen roadblocks, and mutual respect, working together, organize, recognize knowledge. So the final part is part three, where we're going to talk about the effective teams and what is the benefit, what conclusions I'm going to draw from these two, three books and from my personal experience. And then we can open up for question and answer. So characteristic, now we understand that first part what I was trying to explain is how 3C is important. Then we understand that first team networking is important. Next part was a little bit in detail. What are all the things we can do it with the help of team working. And the last part is characteristic of effective team. When you say effective team, meaning like your perfect team and what are the benefit we'll get extract out of it. So perfect teams always has team having clear vision and guiding values, mutual trust and respect, clarity and individual roles and responsibility, and high level of communication, good leadership and driving force. So effective team actually and is one great example like how they have a visions and how they have a work system and how they carry forward, how they bring the work, everything. Pension says if you have your team, you have everything. They believe more on team working. Yeah. The fundamental idea of teamwork is to divide the work, develop the success. Yeah, that's a key theme. And the a team is small number of people with complementary skills who are committed to a common purpose. Always we need to exchange the notes, exchange the ideas, exchange the appreciations, and so on. What is the benefit you can get it by having a team building? One is you can get the quick solutions, you can improve the productivity, and you can distribute the workload, and diverse idea will come up. So we, for example, let's say I'm delegating as a people manager, I'm delegating a task to 5 people. 5 people have a different thinking, different skills, and at the end of the day, everything becomes a unique piece and becomes a very, very fascinating piece of information. Better decision, motivation, and learning. So this is the book which I was talking about, just a power phrases. For example, if you are learning curve, what phrases you can ask. For example, let's say, please ask questions, mistakes are part of learning, take adequate time to practice. Sometimes when we say that, actually we can give encouragement. Mistakes are part of learning, mistakes and part and parcel of learning, something like that. No one was born knowing this, we have to learn it. This is not an easy skill to learn, but when we work together we can learn it. And I can see that we are completing coursework far ahead of schedule. It is really, really impressive. So this is sort of encouraging notes, encouraging feedback. We need to pass each other so that we can create positive vibe. For example, establishing guideline. Guidelines is, let's establish the team guidelines so that team member know what to expect or what is expected out of them. So all these, when we have a problem, who will the problem shooter? When we have anything, in this project, any hurdles, who will resolve it? So when, who will present it, who will give a demo? All of these things you need to have the time, clear, team member setup. So in these conclusions, I would like to make that, follow 3C: communication. Communication meaning like what word you use, it very important. Always use encouraging word. Even somebody, you are leader of a project, and one of your friend is giving an output which is not up to your mark, still you can accept it. I really like what you have done. Can you just do some inclusions? Can you just do this one? Appreciate the ideas and then give a appropriate feedback at the appropriate time. Collaboration, we talked about, understand and the differences we need to appreciate it. And with this collaboration is also meaning like networking. So we also talked about action oriented, people oriented, and thinking oriented. So then we talked about PCM, process communication model. We talked about thinker, imaginer, rebel, harmonizer, and all that. The stage of team working, forming, meaning like you need to form a team and then understand each other, and then you write down your needs and what vision you wanted to create, and then you execute it, perform it. And the fundamental thing is networking is key. What do you mean by key? Is because any domain you go, anything you do, networking is super important. Have a, even with the professors, college friends, school friends, everything, you can have a deep connections, deep networking. When you need any help, the person should be very comfortable to reaching to you. And when you we need help, other people should come back and help you, or you can seek the help from them. So networking is key. So that's it from my side. This is, if you wanted to connect, this is my mobile number, 814-892-8828. This is my LinkedIn ID, Abrar Knowledge One. Or if you wanted to connect to Facebook, Abrar Ahmed H. And this is my YouTube channel, Abrar Knowledge. So that's it from my side. It was a wonderful session I had with you. Now it's time for question answer. Please feel free to ask questions. Maybe we can take it from there.
Yeah,
Please
thank you
feel
so
free
much, sir.
to. Yeah, most welcome. Yeah,
Yeah, we have some questions in the chat box. I'll get to you that.
yeah, sure,
The
sure.
very first question is from Sagar Dange. He is asking how to improve our behavior.
Okay, so how to improve behavior is a very important factor. Is actually, this is, we need to understand each the differences. For example, let's say, always we should not be reactive. We should be, we should. There is something called, there is a book called, actually, like, Power of Subconscious Mind. In that, actually, I will give a gist of that book. It says that anything happens, first and foremost thing is we should not react back. We should always be, accept the things and then take time, reflect upon it, and then at the right time you can give justification. So when you react back, what will happen is, you will not able to solve the problem. At the same time, you will not, and you may end up damaging the relationship. So very key is always respect other opinion. If somebody else gives different opinions, just calm down, take time, and then you can go back and expand. Never do anything in hurry, and that's the key message I wanted to share. Yes, next question please.
Okay. Thank you, sir. The next question is, what we can do to improve our communication skill? Asked by Prasad Nanode.
Okay, communication is skill. I have already given these presentations. There are two presentations I have given on the communication. One is something called art of public speaking, and communication using powerful phrases is there in YouTube. But the gist I wanted to share with you: always develop the habit of reading books. This is one good companion you will get it. So when you read books, and you will have a different wording which will be there. And every time what you do, I do the same thing. If somebody follow somebody, let's say you have RJ, you have a actor, you have anybody, you have a professor. If their English are good, you just follow them, and whatever the unique word they use it, come and have a write it in your diary. So when you write it in a diary over a period of time, every day 3 4 words you can keep adding it. So at particular time, what will happen? You will have so much of wording, and then the next part is you can make use of those words into practice. So that thereby you can improve the communication. So the communication, the key is practice. Practice meaning like follow a person, and what word they use it, come back and write in your own diary. Why I'm using own diary is because there is a book called Eat That Frog. In Eat That Frog, page number 17, it says about wonderful thing. When you write what happened, actually you have to be very attentive. Your mind doesn't do anything else. So you cannot do two things. For example, you are driving a bike, you are along with your friend, you can do two things together. You can drive and you can talk, two things together. When it comes to writing, you can do only one. So you can't do two things together, right? So that means the writing has a profound connectivity with brain. When you write it, the pearls and what you write, everything get registered in your mind. So thereby, in your own words, in your own notes, when you refer it, so at one point of time you can become very fluent in English for sure. That was a good questions. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Another question is from Srikant Kulkarni, sir. He's asking how to measure success in life.
Okay, so success is actually, as I talked about goals, SMART. There is 5 things you can do. Anything you take it. I talked about the flow chart from the book called, you need to have a vision. From the vision, what you wanted to achieve, and then you have mission. Mission is what are the key bullet and you wanted to accomplish. From there, you need to have a goals. Goals meaning like you write it down goals. Anything you do it. Let's say you wanted to place in big MNC company. Okay, what are the specific thing you will do? What you will do? You will try to communicate, improve the communication. Okay, you will have a great networking. You will make the resume. You will make the bonding. You will practice the technical things which is essential for the company. All these. Then yes, specific. Those are all the specific terms. Then R, realistic. Is it realistic? Is it connected to the goals? And then you have attainable. Is it attainable? And then is it realistic? What time frame you can have? Anything, everything. Even I do the same thing. Anything, everything. You can write it down this way. What's your specific goals? What's your target audience? What you wanted to achieve in your life? Everything. This is not in a professional life. It can also be in personal life. For example, you wanted to buy a car, and now your saving is not good enough. That means what strategy you will have? What are the additional thing you will cut off? Like this, you can make it. So smart is the one which you can apply the direct technique, and it's a global concept also as well. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Another question is what to do when we have some idea to share, but others in the team or higher authority is not ready to listen, and we are helpless in such situations.
Okay. Number one is don't give up. Don't give up. First one. Why I use the word don't give up is, for example, you have a fascinating ideas, You remember the type we talked about, the personality type. One is called rebel. Anything you bring it, they will just make a fun of on this. So there is also the rebel, also meaning like they will tend to refuse. In all of these cases, you make your things very very clear. There are two ways you can just make use of it. One is anything you say, you just bring the fact based approach, meaning like, why I believe this and what is the number. I mean, for example, what number, what facts you have, you bring those facts. Why do you think that your idea is so profound? Maybe what you can do is you can write it down in WH format. What is your ideas? Why do you think that your idea is essential? When you think that you will implement the ideas? Why do you think that actually your idea is unique and different? And how you are going to implement those ideas? You can write down WH questions, and then you can persuade the person. Thereby you can convince it. But first and fundamental thing is, do not give up. In a lot of cases, actually, even in any organization, it is this is a very common phenomena that actually when you go and propose any ideas, there will be always there will be, people will be rejecting your ideas and all that. But you just come back again, don't give up, just do work around it. For example, let's say you just propose one good project actually, but your project was being rejected by professor, but for some reason. And in that cases, you come back, okay, how I make it more explainable to them, how I can make it more clearer to them, something like that. You can come back, make specific measurement, everything, and thereby you can do it.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Another question is, how will you differentiate effectiveness and efficiency?
Okay, effectiveness is a very, very interesting word. This is also used in the standard. Effectiveness is deals with error free, how perfect we are, and efficiency deals with how speed we are. I will give an example. Let's say you are making a mobile, and let's say you are making a motherboard. In that motherboard, your responsibility is to keep the IC on the chip. Now, what happened? You are the new guy, and the first day you worked, you came to office and you started learning about it. And in a day, you are keeping like 110 ICs on the board. And then the second day, or after a week, and then you make it 8. I mean, you make it 12. And second following week, you are making now 15, and then it keep increasing. So efficiency refers to time, how quick we can do, how faster we can do. Effectiveness is deals with how perfectly you do. So in the first day you did it with some error, and after that it became very very error free. So that means both things are important. Effectiveness is more important than efficiency. Effectiveness meaning like we should always learn to do perfect things without error, and when you learn that things, automatically efficiency will go up. So both are directly proportional, but the fundamental x is effectiveness, error free. When you do that, automatically efficiency will improve. This is a great concepts in quality management system. Quality management system believes more on effectiveness and then efficiency. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Another question is, what about old attitude and they say, I am your superior, take order of mine, and they always targeting me, how to treat them?
Okay, so but develop the patience actually. Like one thing what you can do is sometime you need to have a ice breaking topic. Ice breaking topic is sometime what happen actually most of the time. You know, okay, let's say I don't know, you just get to know the person type actually, which type they are, what type they are, what they like, what they dislike. For example, whatever they think, they don't compromise anything. Don't be strict on it. Don't indulge too much on that one. For example, if the person is, let's say, a professor, and really wanted to have the rich material, that means they will be having a great expectation on skills, right? Your skills should be improved, you have to have a great content, everything. Then you need to build the content in such a way that that should become that should, you need to have a motto to meet that expectation. I need to have, these are all the things to go to this person. I need to, he will not compromise anything on this, but he may compromise. There is something called good to have, must to have. There is something called Kano model. This is also a international concept. In that says, what it says is actually what is must to have, what is good to have. What is must to have meaning, like, yeah, I need to work on it, he will not compromise, or he or she will not compromise. Then you need to have. What are the things he may compromise, he may appreciate it, there is something good to have. Taken for granted, he will not mind it, and he will not take for granted, he will be very strict, he or she will be strict. So you can put down the Kano model and then work around it. I'll give a Kano model is a very best model. Even in communication, I mean, even in mobile device, such a environment, competitive environment, they use the Kano model. Kano model meaning like, what customer wants, what customer, for example, customer in the old phone, only the, camera, I mean, phone facility is there, is more than enough. Now we need a camera. Then in the camera we have so many other features coming out. Every day is becoming more competitive and competitive, but still the market have not given up, right? They are just fitting into competitive world, I mean, the Kano model. So what is must to have, you please understand. What is good to have, take for granted. And you have something called will not tolerate or will not take for granted. So such cases you can do, and then you can anything, you can easily persuade to anyone. So that is called, by doing that, what will happen, you will develop the art of persuading each other. Meaning like, you can develop, you can have the great habit and skills to persuade the person. Yeah, this is what I know, that your taste and flavor, everything, and you please have it, do that. That's one way. Another way is, sometimes you need to break the ice, break the topic. What do you mean by ice break the topic is because, for example, if the person is not trying to understand better, and then you can take, you can call them, you go have a coffee with them, and try to see a forum where you can express your views onto it. And I think, for example, let's say my colleague actually hurt me, and don't go and react back. Instead of that, okay, look for the right time and then say, I think, what you said on that day was not making good sound to me. Is that the one which you intended to say? Like this, you can get clarified. So thereby, one, you can develop, there is something called Kano. One, you can develop something called ice breaking the topic. Go and have a chit chat in the normal time and try to understand what you're coming to say, another thing. Thereby the relationship becomes stronger, networking becomes stronger, and the content becomes stronger.
Okay, sir. Another question is, what to do develop confidence in front of good speaker and authority? How to develop confidence level in mass?
Confident level in.
Confidence level in mass.
Okay, okay. So to have a confidence, it says that actually, practice is a mother of all success, right? The practice, the more practice you do, the more confidence you get it. So, for example, let's say you are going to present to a higher authority, then what the best thing is, you just present, you just call upon your friends, and then I'm going to present to you. So please review it, and you can just have a review with them. And the more practice you do, what will happen naturally, your mind will drop the flow, and you will be able to talk freely actually. So in such cases, do not, and that is first one. Now the second thing, actually, do not think about too much about the consequence, what the person will talk about me, what the person will think about me, what if I make the mistake, and all that. Don't think about the consequences. Think about the always positive. Okay, I'm gonna go and talk to this big personality, and I need to do the enough rehearsals. To do the rehearsal, call upon your friends, call upon your teacher, call upon your colleagues, everything, and then you present to them. So thereby you can do that. Even I used to do the same thing, and really it worked for me. Yeah. So again, it point to the same thing called collaboration.
Sir, last question.
Yeah, please, please. Yeah.
What to do when people avoid us when they know our view is powerful, so they keep us engaged in other work, restricted us to reach our view higher towards the higher authority?
Okay, so actually there is also called there is a persister type also available actually. Like some people do not appreciate your ideas and all that, but actually do not give up on that. You keep working on it, and again, going back to my third answer, you try to tell them that how important is to have the networking. I mean, how important I mean, you can just submit to them. So I understand that actually, like, I need to improve upon it. Can you please tell me what are the other things I need to improve upon? So there are two ways we can do that psychologically. I mean, psychologically speaking, there are two things. One is, for example, let's say I am presenting an idea to you, and you think that my ideas are really powerful, but you are not, you don't want my ideas to get indoors. In such cases, the best thing is you try to tell to the person that actually, I really worked hard in this one, and there are a lot of hard work went into it, and I understand that without your help I will not be able to do it. So can you tell me what else feedback? I mean, what are your feedbacks? So the best thing is ask the feedback from the person. Thereby, and he or she will not ignore it, but rather they will guide you. Then they will also will understand to benefit you again. They will understand what you're coming to say, and they will also will give their ideas also as well. They will feel happy about it that actually my ideas are getting endorsed. So that by you'll get the mutual benefit. The person who is presenting and the person who is guiding both will get benefited. And again, we must need to understand the differences. We should not blame each other, because in this environment, even if you get placed in any companies, another thing, we will have this sort of nature. We need to live with that. The best way of living in, always understand the differences. And if somebody is not endorsing your ideas, no problem. Don't give up and don't talk ill about that person, please. And that it will break even the relationship. For example, let's say I'm presenting to you, and the ideas are not endorsed, and then you are going and gossiping about the person. No, he didn't understand, I did, he just doing it intentionally and all that. Don't just reflect upon the content, reflect upon Kano model. What you must need to do, what you think that actually it is good to have, must to have, and all that. You can just do that and keep, keep having this building the content, and also have this rapport. With that rapport, you can really have this reach to the person.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir, for answering all the questions. I would now
Okay.
like to hand over to Professor Harshada Magar for the vote of thanks.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, Yash. Am I audible, Yash?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, you are audible.
Okay. So, I would like to thank our industry expert, Mr. Abrar Ahmed Hafiz, sir. So, this session was really interesting and informative. So, you explain it in really simple and lucid way, sir. We always remember the 3C you have explained. And I'm also like to mention that the question answer session was really impressive and wonderful, sir. Thank you very much for sharing such a wonderful knowledge with us, sir. Thank you,
Thank
sir.
thank you so much, madam. Thank you so
Uh,
much. Was
I would like to I would like to thank Maloji Raji Chhatrapati for encouraging entire ASSMS fraternity for adopting such a digital pedagogy in this COVID situation. I would like to extend my gratitude to our principal sir, Dr. P.B. Mane, for their continuous guidance and support. I would like to thank our HOD, Dr. M.P. Sardamam, for allowing us to conduct this webinar. Thank you, Ire ma'am, for arranging such a wonderful session. Thank you, Yash, for your tremendous effort. You are taking too much effort for arranging this webinar. Last but not least, all the participants for patiently listening and active participation and asking such a wonderful question so that each and everybody has cleared all the doubts in their mind. Thank
yeah,
you, one and all present here. Have a nice day. Thank you.
yeah.
Over to
Thank
you,
you.
Yash.
Yeah, thank you once again. It was an overwhelming response, and the questions were very intriguing and very interesting. And I love those questions actually. Thank you so much. and it was a
Yes.
really blemish-free setup. Why I use the word blemish-free? It was a really nice setup, and everything went well. And I'm looking forward to conduct few more sessions with your college, and I'm really excited that actually like how students are super keen, and really happy about all of these things. Once again, thank you and for arranging all of these things, and my
Thank you, sir.
extend
Thank
would
you,
like
sir.
to
Thank you
extend
so
my
much.
thanks to management also as well for organizing such a great event.
Good session, sir.
Yeah, you're most welcome. Okay, so yeah, thank you so much. Okay, so thank you so much. You have a nice day ahead. Looking forward to connect with you, and you can also connect with me in LinkedIn. Maybe if you want any further guidance
Have a
on
nice
the
day, sir.
Bye,
career,
Thank
sir.
you.
Bye,
maybe
sir.
I
Bye,
can
sir.
help you
Thank you.
on that part also
Thank
as
you,
well.
sir.
So thank you so much
Thank you,
once
sir.
again, and you have a wonderful day ahead. Have a nice